Yeah. Page 3. Oi kendaro he hum pi hum sabava shuda sarvada sabava shudo tombe ngale no me to be na ho le choyon shabzi me to bu Ana se che cha che ze ru mo so gu zang che ji da bu dong song zhang ador je man ju re ma dang quan ru so ji bra ji ye fa me cha wen ben za ar ga wu wen ben za ba li wa wu wen ben za bu bi a wu Wen ben zara du be a wen ben zara a lo ge a wen ben zara gen de a wen ben zara me be de a wen ben zara sha Page 30, 30. Song yo de qian zhu zhe po zhang ne de pie du ye xiang la sur wan de ni mi ka yin ta pie po zhang ne jar si de le pa la sur wan de Zhe tong jian tong de wu po zhang ne ken xiu na ru pa la sur wan de lu la ku ta be po zhang ne song yu ju be la ma tan ba tang za ju la ma nam la sur wan de rang xian chu ke to pa la qin ji lo wa ji men tu jun be po zhang ne de song jian su so la sur wan de jian yuan wa qi chuan na ji ba tang qiu tang tu mo Zo yin nam rong la tian ba qiu xian tian san ba jiang ba de ni ye xian jie dong an zhong xian tian xian ba ga ba de xian 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 yuan dang yuan so xian bian san ba jiang ba ye ni ye xian jie dong an zhong xian tian xian ba ga ba de xian 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 yuan dang yuan so xian bian san ba jiang ba de ni ye xian jie dong an zhong xian tian xian ba ga ba de xian 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 yuan dang yuan so我们是巴瓦须达萨瓦达玛是巴瓦须多哈，我班在须达萨瓦达玛班在须多，我们有个须达萨瓦达玛有须多哈，谢别阿杰松的杰对别。求那当解东巴尼推去了的眼光的红红些就别得解撒耶拉瓦扎瓦腾大耶扎瓦的耶切罗特别前面巴拉松面可罗格耶列穷穷扎瓦托特松天卡呀天晴我能马拉巴扬心家切无色邦耶的 na so be ma a li da wa nya ram le ni ma ham chen dor be de ran sen ba ma le ma bo wo ma ra be dor ye je go de wa ban jin se wo zhuan ban xiu sen jian li zhe jiang dor jie ne zhe mo xie Sum du yong ju nan ka ta cha da ran ni jie jie ne ju gun do ma na tong ni ma bong jie xi jin ba za ye jian su zhe jia jie wa zi na da ye su pa ye mu zha zhou to gang we jian tu long xi ju wa ma ju to xie ru jian qia jiang xin qia ye zhi gu yong bie to zha na zhu mo ka zhang ka zhi nam ki gu zha ran jin xu ju zhou lang zi jian ne bu le xia bie gong xue yong jiang wei ka zang kang su yin su nan ba le jia ran nu le ba le me pong gu na de wa wang bang tu jie pang mo ma ni ka ma yu yin jie ma mo mo jin ba zhi mo mo ji ma gan mo che ba rin rin zhong ji ma sen mo ji zu de hong hong zhe jin ma jian ge yan na ge na bi men de tu ge jian xie li xie jie qia ni zhi zhu qia yong de zhan zi jin de gang jie ge jian de xie qia jian a zhi ba jian song zhe zhe zheng mo ga zhang ga xia li gong xie yong jiang ka jie xiu na ni de jie nian jie song nian se xiong dong ma gu de wa xin xian li wo zhe qiu jie jia wa ge tang jie de jie nian zhe nan ba jian zhang ban ge song La yang rang ke tu ke sa mon le wang zhuo wang la re nga jian zhang xiu wan bian zi gu la sa ba re wa re a gang ba den gu bie du bie a lu gen gen Sa pa chen ban za hu 求觉觉总结三界三界界我真见三位南灭切嗡嘛不达多界将先不谢特嗡嘛解决多界耶特嗡嘛这片的乐谢方谢特嗡嘛解脱那乐变千谢乐现出界乐主谢特嗡嘛阿弥达多界将先谢特嗡嘛达布达布舍特嗡嘛维谢巴摩主维沙特嗡嘛波波雷嗡巴切罗谢特嗡嘛三月来拉玛揭谢特嗡嘛揭次德揭那遮玛拉所耶东觉地西拉措南揭谢巴拉耶谢果公波沙谢巴拉所地松当揭迦所南揭德嗡嘛地当果当当揭当觉当因诸所觉王不热切内通内觉当不解通作修王萨瓦达萨嘎达约达那本觉苏巴瓦玛果让因别别内空别拉耶内波公揭瓦特念就把千波念三界南界多界吧，我们就点点马多界帕摩拉的萨萨达玛吉点相有现给美的为王者界中国当界界界滚的别马多界千马多界天马美光千界美多王界有为界都家天八界八界是无为出没随界魔照界所界让对界八界界巴罗列迦玛南巴迦玛木巴界界瑞达木巴界巴摩罗界巴摩那就界摩度贝王主玛拉让你觉觉让你念觉玛吉贝德瓦就就玛波面波维贝玛玛波德瓦尼美吉玛玛达热玛德ယော德果殿堂萨摩美格长人和我在公主把酒桌这样蓝月让人烈的同胞
Vajrayogini
Bye.
Be So So there were some questions that were some people had in the morning, so we can have time for some question and answer now.
I have one question. When we are doing the Vajrayogini purification, are we doing visualization as Vajrayogini or ordinary form?
So we are actually visualizing ourselves as Vajrayogini at that time with Vajrasattva above our crown. So there are the two types of there's two types of obscuration. There are the obscurations of afflictive emotion and afflictive emotions and the cognitive obscurations, or sometimes you see it translated as the obscurations of knowledge. So these two types, and so when we meditate on ourselves as the deity, there's still like residual obscuration that can be purified there. So we are meditating on the pride. We have the pride of the deity, the divine pride, and we do the best that we can with this. But of course, until we really manifest our true nature as the deity, then we still have some level of obscuration.
Yeah.
Is there other questions?
About the mantra that is Vajrayogini, and when you visualize, it's the blessing coming to us, and then it's akshobhya, and a little bit if Gopula can clear. Chakra is the opposite, yeah.
That's it. Just on the job,
Gotta get it?
Mechu.
Mechu.
The Mechu Kujian and Ricures. In a Kajida number Nazi Ujian Doa. Choku Dorje Pamula. Soku number Nazi Russell Punguno.
Suku, or sorry, Chuku.
Dorje Pamula. What then Soku number Nazi. Ujian to Chukula Sukuki and the Epsilon from Tinto Rotonda as you said it. What in which you do the Dorje Pamu. Take a Ujian Chia to do it.
Gongda Tessa. So Mama think my mom was song Yana Dadam Yela Yamare. Then it Chuku
Dorje Pamola, Soku number Nazi, depths, depths, and Ujian.
Yeah.
Or the cheat and the Lugas are just on the Mechuke race for the Japon. The Jotan Mechu race, the Japon race.
So actually, the Lord of the family, or the Buddha family, that Chakrasamvara belongs to is Akshobhya. And so Vajrayogini also, as this, non-dual union of Chakrasamvara, also belongs to the Akshobhya family. And so therefore the crown ornament is Akshobhya. Sometimes it is said, or the crown ornament is Vairocana, and she's associated with Vairocana. But the Dharmakaya, so sometimes it is said that the Dharmakaya is Vajrayogini. So Vajrayogini's form represents the Dharmakaya, and then her the Rupakaya, so which includes the Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya, is represented by Vairocana, Nambar Nangse in Tibetan. So the crown ornament in that case is, so it represents the Rupakaya form of Vajrayogini. The Rupakayas, the Vairocana ornament. And so, but mainly she says in that case, but mainly she belongs to the Akshobhya family, so we meditate on the crown ornaments. So when she appears with Vairocana as the crown ornament, so her Vajrayogini's form is wisdom, right? So it's the wisdom of emptiness, but there is the union of appearance and emptiness, just like we have the Dharmakaya and the Rupakaya kind of simultaneously, like as the inseparability of appearance and emptiness. And so the completely purified essence of the expression of form, as the Rupakaya, is symbolized by the crown ornament of Vairocana in that case. But yeah. So or we could also say it like it is the completely purified essence of the aggregate of form. And in that case, it's Vairocana.
And so the mantra also.
Oh, right. Dini mo go tongyore gain sina yang bero tanaye, or no, is it, no, yeah, bero. Yeah, bero tanaye, is that what it is? Yeah, Vairocana. The number nangse ge drawo yorwa bero tanaye.
Then number no Sembero Zanero, Hokis and Bero Zanero.
Yeah, Vairocana.
Hokis and Bero Zan, number no zero. Or the Bero Zan, Sitaki in the Cesaro.
Yena mo di Gimson go tongue going to Nanga like Giona, the Mitchell by Yambagi Jimson Gary or Rado, they get test and doctor in by.
Take how Kumasoya was in the number no this year. That's a devachimbo, poor maybe. They change. You see, Doji Canores, devachimbo Doji Canot, another Doji Palmas and Aterwa, or the number Nazi Mazina, that the main and understand. Or to do that, say, cautious are sorting out main down, or to do Drogua.
And so really, actually, he did say he doesn't think there's a contradiction there because, of course, yes, Nambar Nangze is what it is in Tibetan, Vajrayogini or Vajrayogini or here Berotsanaye in Sanskrit, but this, so what this sort of represents is that she's like the Vajradakini, the Buddha Dakini, who is kind of the essence of great bliss.
The
essence of what?
Great bliss.
Great bliss, thank you.
Yeah, then it's right.
On page 11.
Hare.
I know Drupal has gone over this before, but I just kind of forgot this part. Are we talking about the 3 roots when it's the Lama with form like a precious jewel? When we say Vajra holder at your feet I bow, great hero, splendorous Shadruka, are we talking about Chakra Samvara or Vajradhara? Or I was just wondering, since you were saying about the inner refuge was the 3 roots, I wondered if this particular stanza related to that.
Dini de tupa yorwala de shodang chuchila. Dini lama rambo rinchin tabu ku dorje chicharewa. Dini de gare de ka hawa sum yemba gidunda rebe demcho gidunda yemba rebe yangna de na so de ngato chu tupa chegi de la.
어떤 가서 또 봐시 결과가 되죠. 저 봐대 지사대 저거대 다다디 소진이 지한 창대 제가 라마 다도전에 좀 라마 성모 대한 창도라티가 어디가라 가서 대 소진이 또 봐시 결과 소진이 기타 가지고 라마 성모 거지와 어디 강한 지진이 대전이 라도 강한 지진 대전이 있어야 강한 지진은 강하다 라마틱 진대는 저 오늘 지나다다데 그거 쇼래 라마틱 믹사데 소소자베 라마는 오 도제 남바리 인반도 남바나지 인반도 난 도제 내조마 인반도 테레가주 남마 참에 보더래 다 도제 내조 남바도 치면 참에 보더래
얘는 데라 demcho라고 말해.
도제 내조 말와 다 내다
Heruka. Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay.
이제랑도 단 주시대 저
Yeah, 거다. 얘는 가고 통성가.
대 강신 대전이 있을 때가 지기된 하바 기진이 소 통투비하다 남마 도제 제 야벨은 되으시와 다도제 장시 라마를 보치다 버트레스 서로다 보고 가는 중에서 때문에 도제 야벨은 되으시 헤르가 배보고지 남다도제 맞춰서 다 헤르가 배다 남다도제 맞춰서 도제 파먹고 해서와 dem쇼 야메용당 예차스나 제샤바슨 다 제와 다 팅이고 바테 도제 파먹다 반드스 또 도제 파먹다 도제와
So it's mainly like we're praising. He said actually first we're praising ourselves because we're like primary is Vajrayogini here. Of course, what we have done is we have gathered the field of accumulation in the space in front. So yes, that includes like all of the 3 jewels and 3 roots, the objects of refuge, and the Lama, who is the essence of the nature of Vajrayogini's nature is that of the Lama, and so it's not like one or the other. So shining, so it says Lama like with a form like a precious jewel. So in thinking about the Lama instantaneously, like great bliss arises, but the Lama here actually being Vajrayogini, Vajra holder at your feet I bow, so that's like Vajradhara also, who is the Lama, right? And so as we so essentially, and great heroic splendorous Heruka, because Chakra Samvara and Vajrayogini are an indivisibility, but primarily it's Vajrayogini.
야, 되네. 시바다 좋아하는
Is there other questions?
Yes. On page 6, we generate protection sphere from those 4 mantras, the Om Sumbani, Sumbani, Hom, Hom, Pet. And then on page 16, when we start the visualization, we say that from Hum Hum, and we generate these spaces again. So my question is why twice, and what do we do with the visualization we did before?
I'm so sorry. So we have the mantras first, and then
page 6 is the
yeah.
protection spheres. but then on page 16 we generate all of this again, the Vajra ground and the canopy and all that. So why twice?
Why
and
twice?
what do we do with the visualization we did before? Is it like forgotten?
Okay.
글쎄.
Gayatsana tena dampo tena shodang drupa la sungor gongerwala.
레레.
Tene yang char shodang chudrupa la.
레레.
Tene yang char sungor gongerwa.
레레.
Tene de tingma ni gomyaki jumsen gare.
그래서
De pena dampo de chewa de la rogyurbe gande.
담보 대 신앙 제 선대 미식으로 제치 담보 언니바데 가서는 마제랑 공도 티강트라라 가려서나 정말 바동진도 장겨와 동반이 파장네요 대장도 그래서 위도 자 초지 우도 한테 좀 거를 정말 trouble
Laso.
어ten도 티고 반다 세사레스
Laso la.
가서 제랑 만한테 장우도 담보 고외를 엄서 봐봐셔다 너무 용도와 어서서 강데 파세 제 돈이 나장 디나는 소라 제고 그러와 대제도 다 제라 제세키 유세 좀 거다 되게 상하고 살아와 대류네 살에서
So, kind of two things. Like, one, it's to sort of clarify the visualization, but actually, because we get to that's within the main part of the generation stage, right? The second time that it arises. So when you begin with that, you're kind of wiping everything with the mantra of emptiness, with the Om Swabhawa mantra, and so you're starting again from the ground of emptiness, and so you build it all over again. Does that make sense?
So what is the purpose of doing it the first time?
근데 팅 담보 제약이 좀 생각을.
전부 다들이 맞지. 우리한테 이제 고셔서 선거도 세인데 다들이 맞지. 아무 공도 되게 고셔서데. 한테 고셔서 선거도 제동거는 로상다지. 아서 봐 도마당으로. 도마당에 디게이트서 파티네. 소송거 공연다지 용도.
Because you need it. That's what he said. But he said because like usually actually there is the establishing of the protection sphere that goes right together with the torma, the offering of the torma, right? So that there's that, and you need to have it there. And then again when you're really at the heart of the generation stage, or the main part of the generation stage, when you're doing the generation stage, you arise out of emptiness again and build it. So because you've already, with the torma, you've dispelled the spirits and obstructing forces, and so then you establish the protection sphere, right? So they can't come again.
On page 7, this is like kind of where, right after those mantras, then we have the intermediate direction ones. And you've said many times about the Vajra ground and canopy and all those things. But then we have the 8 directional guards. Is it like the Drupchö and Gomaji? Is it the same? One time you said we had some of the same retinue as in Vajrakilaya. I was just curious.
Wait, I'm sorry. I know page 7, but say again. It was this part, the direction, 8 deities. Yeah. Then the go tampla dang the go tampla j rawala. Then the chitang yang penadorje. Check part order.
당모지가이나 초대 대제 돈 많이 되게 드라마와 대산에 고마시에 가동스레 우동스레 제토로스도 통바 요정가 여러와 된 사마시에 이제 가르세 이제 대마스리 총자 생겨 여러와 담에 이게 보시처로 이제 대마스리 이제 포냐 모스리 총자 다들 요래 이나 도저히 가르세는 고마시에 동바세 토로 동바노 여러와 토로 동바노 사마시에 제가 뭐 가가리더라. 제가 너 배찬하시나 샤로티 시마든 제가 뭐 제가 쓰러 오는 거라. 어다들 요즘에 나셔래. 가서나 전주 제가 토로 동바치 야서 야서 배들이 계절에서 야서 배
They do not.
정말 대야도 배들이 대 야도 상당히 다 좋아서 다이나 초사를 초 지제 여러 프로그램가 어텐드다 송초사를
얘나 민카 가르와.
많이 다다 믹스지 요마 바디 사마이 그 가서 广场这种人的平民经被没有了，现在那么经被没了，后面有嘛话太太了。
Tata.
Oh, di ta je ta de jo so kan yo ma ba.
Dini gong ta chi sung ba yena mena ha ko ma song yena de kasi norm de per yang zubo purbo yemba de re.
Ka ye purbi ya, o re purbi ya da lo.
Okay. So the they like they are kind of like the same, you know, in essence, as the gate keepers or the gate deities from Vajrayogini, but they have different names, you know, but there are similarities. But here in this context, they're the deities of the 4 cardinal directions have animal heads, so they're each like a different animal head, and then the intermediate directions, their bodies are actually in the form of purbas, and half of their body is yellow and half of their body is blue, and then with the deities who are the ordinal direction deities with the animal heads, the animal head represents the hidden Heruka, the hidden consort. And so actually, and these deities in the context of Vajrayogini, they're all feminine, they're female deities. So I think he was saying that in Vajrayogini they're not. But it means so it means the hidden yab, the hidden hidden male consort.
The 2 colors or the animal
No, the
head?
animal head. The dundogi go.
Dundogi
Mari the yab, bebe yab, the dundogi go. Yeah, but the animal heads are all different. Other questions? Pastor?
Speaking about the protection sphere and the tent and everything, how big is this visualization from it's just like, can we, since we're practicing together, like in this particular retreat, right, would it be acceptable to see this house as like the tent and build it as in like for everyone included in that specifically, right? I was like, I see like, north, south, and like, it's just like from that standpoint, or is it more of like smaller within oneself? That was the first question, and the second question, if I can, from an accumulation standpoint, is there something as a requirement or like a preference from that standpoint? And I know TNC has like the Bhagavati, Vajrayogini with basis of the 2 truths. So would that be an acceptable style to
do the accumulations?
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So kum duani yore dampo de sunkor gom do deni chechung gande gom go gre pena ngaso de kangpa ki chechung rawo chena deni de nangla kangpa nangla ki me sangba sunkor nangla shungi yore dawo sam gre dele cheya. Yeah, it's much bigger than the house. And then they got a jitin, it's like as large as the 3 billion fold universe. And so then, Dini Shimba de Pena Kong Yang de Sa. Te sa pegi janga che yorebe dojina nimba che ya deni gatse sa go
nimba te nga zo lu su la chin sam de de mo juk se sa kare de shimba ten ru ji in da ma yu zi ro nga zo ten ru mo juk se sa kare
deni garsi kong nimba sa gyona saya yona deni de pena kong so TMC ge Vajrapap ge yang Drupchö che yoro deni di chena de So did you mean, so I just didn't know if you were wondering if like you have a commitment having had the empowerment, or were you asking in general like what's the tradition for accumulation?
I want to compare both, just to identify like, because I know like typically for an empowerment standpoint it's just more of like for Chica specifically, right? sometimes, whereas others times it isn't, but yeah, for both actually.
Well, so because he just answered like what the tradition is, you know, like
yeah.
so I just didn't know if you wanted to be more specific. But anyway, he said in our tradition it's 1,100,000 recitations, and yes, it's okay to do to use that sadhana. But I think, right, weren't people doing, didn't people have a commitment to do 100,000 with Drupal Rinpoche or something? Yeah. Didn't it, you know,
take the empowerment.
to take the empower, didn't it, you know, ngoma de chigi loma sama de garsi wang shuna de ne.
Oh, lot of them.
Yeah, so you can do 100,000.
No.
With the purba,
Mm-hmm.
how do I incorporate that into this practice? I don't know much about it.
Like, why does he have a purba here,
Symbolism,
kind of?
Yeah, how does it
Yeah.
factor into Vajrayogini?
Chi chokse la perbuche yorwala. Dene di yang de ngato nyamlen di la drawa gari yore. Ask Elizabeth.
I always have it on mine. I don't know.
Tata doa. Mo tata the cheese one. The probati one regular vessel the last one. Probati sama ship goma ship and sama ji yoro. What that is the goma shik yapte namjar ta probati yoro namjar to sichiwa. Tandi injit shi yosarwa. Inji yoro.
Okay, so goma ji la.
Yeah, the song shows that. Namjar said yoro namjar ni proba namjar said in doa. Namjar said true in doa that do sichiwa se yoro do sichiwa. Tiri dandi said anchos and dandi roa. Tiri inji roa. Or tiri sama shitela yung se yung do ni de proba no. Yung boss yung namdo yung 我的多家事情多，多家都被结果。我的没有事情，有人没有事。没有吧？
没有啊。
都不切些。我的什么些这听着的，后来呢，你对他出国自助没听着啥是吧？我听着基本上是对出国自助。
So chingparisha, deni kongso yang dena de ngat de kapla yang de.
但是你拿一把他的么吃酸。
Re.
他的国马些、车马些，他说基本上是他说，也就是别别处理的是，没也就是从大他说人啥的是，
Okay, da hakoso. So he just looked it up, Elizabeth, and regarding your question about whether these are the same gatekeepers as in Kilaya, and actually the hidden Yab for who are like half the purbas who are one color and then the other. Rebe or yang mare.
Mama cheese one.
Rebe hakos.
Purbe na chuo de.
Yeah, dila.
Tiene siempre la mare. Ya te su de ta baby churi se la son go chango no ramada.
Okay, jago like go de.
Ya te baby churi se la son.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I messed up. So the actually the animal-headed, so not the animal-headed gatekeepers are the hidden Yab are the same as the four gatekeepers in the case of Vajrayogini. So their names are Namgyal, like the wrathful ones, Namgyal, Dutsi Chewa, like Amrita Kundali, I think, and then Hayagriva and Yamataka. And then the females or the ones and the ones in the names of the deities in the four intermediate directions are Yungo. So like and you hear this in Vajrayogini, right? It says Gare Yungo. And then Dogyal, Meyoa, and Toboche. So you're recognizing these, yeah, you guys, you Kilaya people.
Miowa and who?
Toboche. So it is also.
And the other ones was Hayagripa, Yamantaka.
Amrita, would it be
Dutsikyo.
Amrita
Dutsikyo.
Dutsichewa? Yeah, is that Amrita Kundali maybe?
Mhm.
And I don't know, Yungo. So I don't know.
What was the fourth one?
Yungo.
Yungon.
But you can look at it in Vajrayogini, you'll find it.
And these are the 4 directional guards? Male
Yeah,
and female?
those are the 4. Yeah, these are the male of the. So actually it's not. So in Vajrayogini they're female. So the male counterparts are the same as these deities. Yeah, so their names do not appear in like Chakrasambhara and Vajrayogini, but that is what the male counterpart are those deities. Yeah. Yeah, so they're the hidden yap. Yena de demcho kala tama yum rewa maribe de yeah, okay, I know. Dena la yen yena dena norwa yena mena tintin jego so yeah, so it is. It's there the feminine 8 deities, right? But the hidden herukas, the hidden yaps for all of those 8 directional deities are the same as those deities in Vajrayogini. But it's not clear. And so it's the same, like in Kilaya, they say, or what? Yeah. So in Chakrasambhara or in Vajrayogini, they only mention the female names. They don't mention the male.
Okay.
Other questions?
Is there a commitment to do 100,000 mantras with this retreat? Just because.
Is there what?
Is there a commitment to do 100,000?
Kinsongé.
Da
mo de boom chick sayagi gamse yore. We needed
A requirement
If
last
you can
time,
do it,
but-
it's good. So like, you know, when he first started doing this, you know, he did make it a requirement because generally in secret mantra, you know, Vajrayogini is considered like a really, you know, precious practice that generally, you know, one would have fulfilled requirements and would have commitments to of accumulation, but also, and then these days it's a little different because it's really widespread. Like these empowerments are very available and widespread for everybody, but still it is best to do if you can, because also it really helps to, in terms of connecting with the deity and really receiving blessing, you know, and generating more blessing in your practice. So, Jimsen Dampoti?
Drupchö kuma tso ke ko kare ja tso mambo chi or te nyamna china da rab drba nyamna choba yin islam ro nga so te nyamna china tso la sha to drop to ya kare so to ya kare so to ya ne 这都是朋友啦，这将来其他的举办的其他门样的偏呀，说说让了这其他就图呀，我这是第一篇给的上面去。
So now, of course, there are many lamas who give Vajrayogini empowerments, and they don't have a requirement for accumulations, or they don't require a commitment. And so sometimes people might think like, well, why only him? Why does he do that? But he thinks that it really because the masters of the past, who are the ones who are responsible for keeping the transmission of this lineage alive, really endured great difficulty and hardship. And so, one, to sort of honor that, and to kind of repay their kindness, if you will, that's one reason. And then the other is so to help ensure that the blessings of the practice don't decline overall, and so that we to help also to the blessings to enter our own mind stream, also to penetrate our own mind stream. Then this is why it's beneficial to do the to uphold that commitment of accumulation.
Da la chö mambo tugerwa so pang to doble jejen mangle jiang kun zhong da chemo da sei da so yorwa so lamga zu re sammo dang dui taizan na na xian jian dou si ko na de de o zuo qie le ting ma mambo qi song si wo da ten zhu ga le ten zhe jia yorwa wo de zuo dan de zuo zai chen jian pian zong ga le zai jia zai de ni ne ma ruo ho na da zai kong ka le sa cha pian duo xie de xie la da xia 야, 말바 뭐까지 둘러야 꽃을 피우셔서 봐. 말왜 천 공원이면 더. 가게 라마 쓴나 서로는 수다. 니 둘러는 야 공원은 더. 야, 말바 니 맞아 정도. 둘러는 수 반, 송진스. 세야디지라나. 자갈 편하고 그래서. 그냥 다 둘러는 저 공원차나. 영케라 말이스. 세다 되는 거 이제 충사를 좀 나 둘러서 공원 유시면 더 하나. 가르치는 나가제 제제 대자갈이 할 지키 이제 추후 휴티도 나서 되는 그다가를 자유로.
So if you take the example of Marpa, he endured such great hardship just in his travels to India, on these 3 different occasions, where there's all sorts of dangers on the way. There's bandits and thieves, there's poisonous snakes, there's really erratic kind of climate differences, really extreme heat and cold and then heat, and having to cross treacherous rivers and treacherous mountain passes, and there was the danger of grizzly bears and tigers and leopards, and at one point he said, even thinking about the journey causes me to feel afraid. So he endured, many times. He did this really arduous journey, enduring great hardship and difficulty for the sake of, bringing these dharmas to Tibet and benefiting beings. And so also, Marpa went to great lengths to acquire gold so that he could bring it with him to offer, in India. And so people would sometimes offer him. So he so he traveled all over Tibet, looking for, kind of really high quality gold, to get a hold of. And also, people offered to him really nice clothing, brocade, nice robes and Dharma clothing, Dharma robes. And he never wore them. He kept them. And then people thought, there was a thought oh, why is Marpa so stingy? He doesn't even want to wear his nice clothes, he's guarding hurting them, you know. But then he wanted to sell them for the sake of then getting gold that he could bring with him to India. So that also, in that way, you know, he endured also great hardship. Went to great lengths. So when we think about these life stories and the difficulties that they went through for the sake of the Dharma, we shouldn't take it lightly. Yeah, so in Berotsane's so Berotsana, who was a great translator, actually there were 20 in his life story. He mentions that there were 20 children, you know, or young boys who were sent to India to learn, you know, to train as translators, and all of them except for Berotsana died on the journey. So yeah, so he was the only one who made it.
Say it again, please.
So the translator Berotsana, who went from when he traveled to Tibet, to India, he traveled together with 20 other children, and or young men, young sort of boys, and they all died except he was the only one in that group of 20, or what he was in that group who made it.
So
it's good, you know, if we think about that a little bit, it will also help us to our practice.
I have another question. Is there any other recommended practice to complete the practice of Vajrayogini beyond at least 100,000? Like, is there any other recommendation that Drupala recommend to complement, receiving the blessings and developing better realization for the deity?
Tini pena di boom che sa na di dang nyam du shimba che misa che ya che yorebe pena di yang pena dorje na drama nyam ne pinto ya ki chudu.
So that so that nyam pinto ya da chamni je to kon go shuru go de jeren gunde jam chamni je to ten chen xie den bo chi ka du na ze junen nian ba sa de ji bo men ba ka du na su do de ne jo ma sa mo da ne so do yin zang ding a jia tang de ka du na ze jo nan to so wa de de xi na de ne ya compare lo ya la this pain it is.
And so he said, mainly it's just like he's already mentioned, practicing, actively cultivating love and compassion, because, as he said, that's really like the foundation of the generation stage. So working to further develop those qualities of the heart, and then also really working to develop and cultivate mindful awareness, so that to make your mindfulness really strong, really stable, and also not just limiting your remembering Vajrayogini to when you're doing the practice or doing accumulations, but at all times and in all activities, remembering Vajrayogini or thinking I am Vajrayogini, giving rise to the pride of the deity kind of as frequently as you can, not just when you're formally doing the practice. So is that everything, or is there?
I wondered about the circumstances of when Tilopa received this first. Why was he given this practice, and what are the circumstances of why we have this Vajrayogini practice?
Dini Tilopa dango di top do gande yo tawo dena samyorowa. Dini pena yang kong to ya ki chin ju dang chin.
Tiada deroba de kolo de chok tu ai na bro. Kolo de chok tu ai se jidang kuna 다 지와 니마 소남사데 인자 사데 어들이 다 가리오나 제 가밥실라 소도 담아 쉬어지와 대슈 냠내치 되네 제 똑바로 못 좋네 다 도리 장 무엇이 세나나 와다 도리 방문디 세나테 대모 스는지 그런 다 찾아서 뭐 톱네 된지 어디로 되면 지투고 말와
So did Tiloba, Naroba, Marwa?
대로바 대로바 나마송에
Marba, the Naroba lap.
나로바 다 대로지야 다 통보도 주시는 대로와 나로도 变개발와 개발에 되네 되네 나네가 고성정제로 고성이야도 백해치 머리로 개발 가전 데뷔 넘버 멤버도 좁아지는 mambo 용도 하고 고성서도 좋아하시고 고성이 와서 장고 좀 해야 돼. 나가 장고 좀 해야 개치 보지 이사를. 어떤 나로로 와서 돼. 니마들 컴페자다 시디도 살아. 데 게모제 송제 수고제 돼. 정말 포함와. 야들이 게모 배신한 서보지. 너도 보시오지. 통도 와. 파티도 된 동네시오지. 샤도세 주就开始有这种给么的，别家在学这个，但就菜系型都同系型都这个，菜系型都这拉的，这给么的给么学的差，可能去那叫变多吧，他给么的可能的这东西同系型的呢，第四他们可能其他是这样的，他同系都这个，给么的马嘎的那叫学的。대치도 가래지 진도 하셔라. 저 세시에서는 대마를 쓰는 벤사레스. 동시에지 좀 주마레스 이런 거가 없어. 동시에들 등에 민고만 더 요마레스. 좀 될라도 좀 민고설 때대로 말레스. 때대로 반지나 시나시 그래서. 나로바 믹스에 때 나나라시라 도도 메라나 수와세레. 어사로.
Garela?
나나라 데도 시라메라. 사테로 수로 고사레 삼리기선. demcho kini ba om sha ha om tim bom du sa sari da sharong cho nang ba da
Wait, so Nalanda young Droma go draw somebody did.
Droma go mare da nana da di yo ra khona.
Re.
Da de no shi ra me la zen ro go sa re zam sa cha shin ba da de ro chu ga de ro khara do da ga jen ro go sa re zam te sam no tin ko do sa re ta ju ne nana da di yo ra khona.
That's all.
te zam de ne demcho de nyamba ta sha ha yo ra tim bom du sa ra tene ta te sa ta sha sho mo so de lo su de mo sha sho mo se so ra
So Sharcho draw go what the Gadehako?
nam ka dra cha song se demcho nyamba ta sa ri nam ka dra cha ju sha sho mo de lo su sha sho mo song de mo sha sho song de ga wa chung to so jo sta ga wa ju ni 가와 총중이 되 남가 되로 무슨 말이 되 남나 통샤데 되 들으지 봐.
The kawa che
총중이.
So you definitely got your answer. But first he said I think he thought that you were asking at first about Tilopa, so it's also worthwhile to say this.
About
Oh, I thought you were asking about Naropa.
no, Tilopa.
Okay, sorry. So anyway, he said, Tilopa, it is said that he was an emanation of Chakrasamvara, and so he had a tremendous, whether like he was an emanation or he just had tremendous merit, and he received, these 4 great streams of transmission, and through the power of his practice, he had, direct contact with Vajradhara. So in having, pure visions or seeing Vajradhara directly, he received these transmissions. So then Naropa, I thought you asked about Naropa, so that we ended up getting the story of Naropa, sorry. So he said, Naropa was a really extraordinary scholar, one of the kind of most well-known scholars in Nalanda at the time, and he was a gatekeeper. So he was the gatekeeper of the northern door, which is like the most important kind of door, because they had these. The meaning of the gatekeeper was that they would have debate. There were many non-Buddhists who would come, and they would have to like pass entry through the gatekeeper, through debate. And the northern door was kind of like the most important door for debate. And one day he was reading text, and there was this shadow that appeared over his text, a shadow of like an old lady. And then he looked up, and it was like kind of an old, ugly lady who was standing there and was really kind of frightening, and upon seeing her, he was sort of surprised, and she asked him, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm reading these scriptures." And she said, "Well, tell me, do you understand the words, or do you understand the meaning?" And then he thought about it, and he said, "I understand the words." And then she became overjoyed and was sort of laughing and dancing around, and he was so amused. He thought, well, gosh, she's so happy that I said I understand the words, so I'll make her even more happy. I'll tell her I understand the meaning. And she said, "I also understand the meaning." And then she completely changed her disposition and sort of became, angry, and sort of was really just her total disposition changed, and she became like really angry and upset. And he said, "What happened? You were so happy when I said I knew the words. So why are you upset that I said I know, or why are you upset now?" And she said, "Because when you said you knew the words, you were telling the truth. But when you said that you knew the meaning, this was a lie. The only So you're a pandita. So yes, that's true. Of course, you understand the meaning, and it's understandable that you would understand the meaning. You're a pandita. But when you said you understood when you understood the words, when you understand, you would, of course, you would understand the words. But when you said you understood the meaning, then this is a lie. The only one who knows the meaning is my younger brother." And so then he said, "Well, who is your younger brother?" And she said, "Tilopa." And so then, since hearing Tilopa's name, it was like the only thing he could think about. And he, didn't want to stay at Nalanda any longer. He wanted to leave. And he did 700,000 accumulations of Om Pri Haha Hum Hum Pe, the Chakrasamvara mantra, and in doing 700 accumulations, he heard a sound from the sky, a voice from the sky that said, "Go to the east." And so that is what set him on his journey to find Tilopa. And so then in that journey, he endured the 12 lesser hardships, which finally led him to Tilopa, where then, he met Tilopa. So actually in all of those hardships that he endured were actually like tests. They were emanations of Tilopa. So all of the people and kind of the hardships that he endured along the way were actually Tilopa, but he didn't know that. Sorry. I heard Naropa.
Maybe tomorrow we'll hear more about Tilopa.
Tilopa le mangwa lavia yorove. But he didn't go short. He said what I didn't say that until after he had said what he said about Tilopa. So it wasn't like it was shorter for that reason.
Okay.
So, what's that?
Are these the 10, the 8 guardian he talked about?
Hayagriva. Yamataka. Yeah.
Yeah, from the Vajrayogini text. Thank you.
So
From the bomb light radiates and the outer world and contents melt to light, which is absorbed into my body. I dissolve from the bottom and top into light, which dissolves into bomb. The body of the bomb then dissolves into its head and its crescent moon, then into the Tigle and Nada, which becomes luminous emptiness. Once again clearly in the form of Vajrayogini. Once again clearly with one face and two arms in the illusion-like form of Vajrayogini I arise.
Om Kendra Om Sabhava Shuddha Sarva Dhamma Sabhava Shuddha.
From within the state of emptiness, a tub wind fire and a hearth of skulls is a skull cup bearing qualities, red inside with white exterior. Therein from Mubira, Shu and Ma arise the 5 ambrosial nectars from Nagoguha and appear 5 meats which they mark, and the wind stirs, fanning the flames which intensify, causing the contents to melt and boil from the 3 syllables like great stream, drawing in divine wisdom nectar. Through this Samaya and wisdom merged, and the nectar becomes a vasi. Kavyulamas inam deities of the 4 tantras especially, Vajrayogini and all the rest, emanations and the multitudes of secondary emanations, all the 5 classes of Dakinis. I invite these guests to the Torma. Samaya Sadam Drishaya Om Vajrayogini Om Vajrayogini Samaya Sadam Drishaya Om Vajrayogini Samaya Sadam Drishaya. All the guests have Vajra tongues of light, through which they draw nectar and enjoy. Om Guru Deva Sagana Bhare Vare Edam Balinda Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Guru Deva Sarva Buddha Dakini Sabhare Vare Edam Balinda Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Guru Deva Sarva Buddha Dakini Sabhare Vare Edam Balinda Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Sarva Tathangata Sabhavaraye Sabhare Vare Argam Bhaya Bhuje Bhuje Arugenge Nivede Shakra
coming great compassions display, thus achieving all beings' benefit. To Shri Vajrayogini I bow.
Page 34, 34. And this mantra. Om Banza Heruka Samaya Manubalaya Banza Heruka Dino Barati Chandri Trome Baba Suduka Yome Baba Anurauto Me Baba Sahuka Yome Baba Sarvasiddhi Me Parayata Sarvakarma Sutame Siddham Jayam Guru Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Banzaheruka Banzaheruka Bhava Samaya Sadhu Yoga Shuddha Sarvadharma Yoga Shuddha
Wisdom beings dissolve into me. In the center, Om and Bam transform into red Vajrayogini. Hang and Yom become blue Yamini. Rim and Mom become white Mohini. Ring, ring, then yellow Samshalini. Home, home becomes green Samdrasini. And baby, the smoky Chandika. On the fingers from Om is white Vajrasabha. From Namahi rises yellow Vajrashina. And from Suhahu is red Padmanateshvara. From Bokahea rises a deep blue Heruka. Om Om transforms and becomes orange Vajrasuya. And from Pepe Hang there comes a green Hayagriva.
Om Benza Argam Padyan Brugve Duve Amlogen Gende Nirvede Shata Padinda
The glorious Vajrayogini, universal queen of skyfarers, embodiment of the five wisdoms and three kayas, you who protect beings, I pay homage and extol your praise. The Dakinis who reside upon lotus petals and four directions, Dakini Lama Kandaroha, and Rupini to all you for great skyfarers I also humbly bow.
Om Vajrayogini Drupchö me bhava, Sudogayo me bhava, Sudogayo me bhava, Anurato me bhava, Sarvasiddhi me bhayata, Sarva karma sutta me, Siddham Shiyam Guru ho, ha 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 ho, Bhagavan, Mantra sadhu samaya samaya sadhu Om
The deities on my hand dissolve into me. From within the state of emptiness, Ramyam Gambar of disperse and cleanse all impurities, faults of the effects of the Gana Chakra substances in a Kabbalah on top of a hearth of skulls replete with wind and fire are the soul contents as the essence of the 5 meats and the 5 nectars. As the wind blows, the fire is kindled, and they all become the nature of the 5 objects of the sense pleasures. From the syllables Oma and Hum, white, red, and deep blue light issues forth, transforming them into an ocean of undefiled, bright gleaming nectar. This Almighty Vajradhara, and to all of the Kagulamas, I offer this ocean of nectar as a Gana Chakra offering to Jetsun Vajrayogini and the host of Yidams of 4 Tantras. I offer this ocean of nectar as a Gana Chakra offering to Dakas and Dakinis from the 24 great sites and 3 abodes. I offer this ocean of nectar as a Gana Chakra offering to Dharmagars, Mahakala, and Dharmapala, Sachi, and the like. I offer this ocean of nectar as a Gana Chakra offering to oceans of oath-bound attendants and all treasure gods and local gods. I offer this ocean of May misdeeds and defilements be cleansed. May fruits of the three kayas be gained. Please be fulfilled and please grant to us the empowerments and attainments.
Om Guru Deva Dragine Dharma Bala Saparivara Gana Chakra
As all seen phenomena are pure, cast away thinking that they are not. In the co-emergent essence where Brahmins, dogs, and outcasts merge partake, the dharmas of the bliss gone ones are priceless, free of desire and stainless, to that essence fully devoid of dualistic grasping I humbly bow.
Om Ganza Sadhu
Samaya Manobalaya Bhadra Sadhu Tenova Tishtadido Me Bhava Sudukayo Me Bhava Subhoshayo Me Bhava Anurakto Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Dayasa Sarva Karma Suzame Zidam Shiyam Guru Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Manjama Me Munta Manjibhava Mahasamaya Sadhu. So on page in the pink book, on page 35, right?
that's all.
I'm able to read it. Sorry, it's stuck. Shabbos and the lotus itself, the field, the constant drumbeat resounds with compassion, not discord, for a gathering to unite. Untouchables are welcome. Very power diligently, and also drink lots of wine. Worthy companions enter, the unworthy excluded, for the gathering to unite. Untouchables are welcome. Anoint with the fourfold mix, musk, frankincense, and camphor, there with flavorings and great meat. We also should eat our fill, for a gathering to unite. Untouchables are welcome. Not hindering, coming, going, not thinking, pure
잘해.
Don't sorry, Indonesia anything masum, don't not that.
오는데.
Okay, so we can do 3, he said.
This time?
He said go for it. Yeah, he's gonna make it.
Go back. Vajra rests in the lotus itself, the field, the constant drumbeat resounds with compassion, not discord, for the gathering to unite, untouchables are welcome. Very power diligently, and also drink lots of wine. Worthy companions enter, the unworthy excluded, for the gathering to unite, untouchables are welcome. Anoint with the fourfold mix, musk, frankincense, and camphor, therewith flavorings and great meat. We also should eat our fill, for the gathering to unite, untouchables are welcome. Not hindering, coming, going, not thinking, pure or impure, bone or dumb and non-body. At that place the corpse enters, for the gathering to unite, untouchables are welcome. Vajra rests in the lotus itself, the field, the constant drumbeat resounds with compassion, not discord, for the gathering to unite, untouchables are welcome. Very power diligently, and also drink lots of wine. Worthy companions enter, the unworthy excluded, for the gathering to unite, untouchables are welcome. Anoint with the fourfold mix, musk, frankincense, and camphor, therewith flavorings and great meat. We also should eat our fill, for the gathering to unite, untouchables are welcome. Not hindering, coming, going, not thinking, pure or impure, bone or dumb and non-body. At that place the corpse enters, for the gathering to unite, untouchables are welcome.
소, 사. 소.
Regina, in the text it's written with your left hand. Is it important to take the talk with our left hand?
Yeah.
Mm.
Everything.
Because
And
it's Indian style.
Rwa de yon de yikchung nang la de cho lendu de ne lakba yon ba de lengo. Yeah.
But it's one hand for
It's-
the drink and the other for the food, right?
Take the talk with your left.
There's special significance with the left hand in Chakra Sambhara and Vajrayogini. Like everything you're supposed to do with your left hand.
Good to know.
Yeah, when you offer, it's true that you offer the food with the
Right?
no, with your left hand, the drink is the right. When you offer.
And some tradition change feminine, masculine. If you're a man, it's the opposite. If you're a woman, it's opposite.
Can you believe about offering when you offer? Because
You spread it.
Does that song come from Havajra? From Havajra Tantra or Chakra Sambhara?
I
think so, yeah.
Garela?
Them George, you live at Sarah, and so songs, them George, you name as a, and I don't know.
So from Hevadra, yeah.
So today is really good.
I guess it was.
Today's song is really good.
your mind is very good.
Right?
It's
Very
enough
nice.
today.
Yum cake.
For me, no,
Too delicious. This is perfect for you.
yeah, I know. Always.
Wakam Romukam Sarva Dharmana Adinuvena Duda Om Ahom Visuva Om Akam Romukam Sarva Dharmana Adinuvena Duda Om Ahom Visuva Sarva Dharma Adinuvena Dudamo Ahum Pisoham.
Oceans of Dakinis with your corpse, those who have arisen from mantra, those arisen from pure Buddha fields, and all those arisen from karma, roamers of holy sites and graveyards, ghosts and all learning these remainders, come here and enjoy these splendorous crafts. Please help us, yogis and retinues, to pacify adverse conditions and obstacles. Help us to achieve the four enlightened activities.
Om Sarva Kahe Kahe Vajra Banenda Vajra Bhajra
Vajrayogini, universal queen of skyfarers, embodiment of the five wisdoms and three kayas, you who protect beings, I pay homage and extol your praise. The reliability of the deity and truth of Samaya, and the supreme authenticity of the words of her enlightened speech. By the power of these truths may I be held in your care, supreme goddess. May there be true plentiful well-being, no sickness and wholesomeness of mind. May we perfectly reach our desires, liberation and the light, and may abundant excellence be attained. Chachi, Jeju, Marwa.
This page 39. Page 39. English?
Page 39.
No.
May the teachings of the great Drupchö, Ratna Shri, Master of Interdependence, omniscient Lord of Dharma, who has seen all knowable things, be upheld through teachings and practice, through hearing, reflecting, and meditating, until the end of existence.
Yeah, okay.
Almost better.
Almost dinner.
지워 자동해.
아, 딱 잘해.